Buddy, Courtney here. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make the Screaming Death from the How to Train Your Dragon show. Before we begin, you need 2 looms. You cannot do this with only 1 loom, unfortunately. Also, you need a ton of white rubber bands because this dragon is a white dragon. We're going to be using white for everything pretty much except the eyes, the tongue, the nostrils, and a few of the horns. So you're going to need at least 1 full bag of white. You might even need 2. You're going to need only 2 black bands and then a few red, maybe 15 or 20 red bands. Okay? So, let's begin. If this is your first, this should not be your first project on the Rainbow Loom. I tell you that all the time because it's complicated. Definitely, you should understand basic looming and how to attach body parts, which, well, I'll go through that with you, but if you've done any of my other dragons, you'll know that that I attach body parts separately, so we're going to be doing that, and you should know not to loom, when you loom, not to catch the horizontal bands, all those basics. And of course, if I move quickly, you can pause the video. That's, you should know that already. So let's begin. This is going to take a few hours to make, so make sure you set a few hours of time aside for this. Alright, so we're going to start with the most tedious part. We're going to make a ton of spikes because this dragon has a lot of spikes and we want him to look kind of freaky. So we're going to make about 50 spikes. These are also going to be the teeth. We're using the same thing for the spikes and the teeth. So let's start with that. This is the most annoying part of the whole project, but we're going to get it done first. Okay, so what you're going to need is your loom. I kind of put mine in that rectangular format here. You can do yours the other way too. It doesn't matter because right now we're just making spikes and we're taking them off. Alright, so you're going to take white band, double loop it, stick it on. By the way, my background is blue this time because I'm using white bands, so I thought that would help. So we're doing, all these are double looped bands, so single bands double looped. And then after we do 3, we're going to cap it off with a single band 4 times. So this is going to be 1 spike, so we have to make 50 of these. So this is going to take some time, so just, do your best, make about 50 of them. Yes, this is the annoying part, but trust me, you will be thrilled later on that we don't have to do this while we're working on the main body of the dragon, because when I did my trial dragon, it was just such a pain doing it while making the body, so that's why we're, getting it out of the way now. Sometimes it's hard to cap these off when they're in the middle, but if you can do it, do it. By the way, if you want to see what this dragon looks like, you can go to the end of the video, because as of right now, I'm not actually sure what he's going to look like. I did make a trial one, but I'm making a few changes to him. So, you can always go to the end of the video and check them out, see what you think. By the way, I noticed on a lot of my videos you guys are commenting on which dragon you want to see next. Don't do that because I don't really take that into consideration. What you need to do is go to my channel under discussion and give a thumbs up for the dragons you want to see, because honestly not many of you have been doing that, and only I think 3 of you voted for this dragon because nobody's really voting. But yeah, so I'm doing this dragon. because he did have the most votes, despite the fact that nobody was like voting for him. 2, 3. So just capping them all off. And now I'm going to start looming them. If you have the plastic hook, use that, because these are double looped bands, and sometimes with a metal like crochet hook it'll cut the bands and snap them. But I don't have a plastic hook because mine broke, so I'm using this one for now. But when you're looming regular bands that aren't double looped, I recommend you get a crochet hook because they last a lot longer and they won't keep breaking, and they're only about $2. So I've had this one since I've got it a while ago, so So this is only 9 spikes on here that I have. So I still need to make another 41 of them. Isn't that great? Sounds like fun. Not. And the reason there's so many is because he has a lot of spikes on him, and also because he has a lot of teeth. So in order to try to make him look as much like the character as possible, we're going to be putting a lot of teeth on him. In fact, I don't even think he can close his mouth. It's kind of weird. He kind of just bares his teeth the whole time. I've never seen him close his mouth. Once we've finished the 9, we can take them off and put them to the side. You can stick toothpicks through them, but honestly don't even bother, because if you just leave them alone, they'll stay together. Plus then you'll need like 50 toothpicks, which is kind of a pain. So just pull them off and put them aside. Alright, time for round 2. So Alright, here's our second group. We've got 9 more, so we have 18. Yes, this is the annoying part, I know, but once you get through it, the rest of the dragon's going to be a lot easier. And yeah, we're making this many because we want him to look intimidating and freaky, like he does look. Or she. Who knows if the dragon's a girl? We don't know that yet. Wouldn't that be funny if it was a girl? Again, we're making 50, so now we're on our third set. Your fingers may hurt after doing this project. Mine do sometimes. Whoops. Messed that one up. Mess it up again! Stick it there. Okay, I'm gonna shoot this thing. figures while I'm recording, it decides to be stupid and not work. Okay. Okay, here's our third set, so now we're going to have 27. Told you you needed a lot of white. Why does this one always give me issues? Here we go. Alright, so now we have 36. Whoops. Alright, so this makes 45. And then after this, we just have to make 5 more. Okay, so now we have our 50 spikes slash teeth. We just have to make a few more larger spikes and then a few reddish colored spikes. And then we can move on to, you know, like the wings or whatever. So we have to make, let's see, what did I write? We have to make 7 horns. And how we do this is you're going to take 2 white bands, put them on, and then you're going to double loop 1 band and put that here, and then cap it off. And this will make 1 horn, and we have to do 7, so that counts as 1. So the next one, same thing, 2 bands, a double looped band, capped off. Same thing again, 2 bands, 1 double looped band, capped off. Two bands, double looped band, capped off. Oops, that wasn't right. We need 2 bands, then a double looped band, capped off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. 2 bands, 1 double looped band, capped off. Okay, loom them, and then you can pull them off. Whoops, that capping band is not on all the way. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put these separate from the other ones I made, because these are a little bit different. Five, 6, 7. All right, now I just have to make 3 more. And the way we're going to do these are his, he has like a couple skinny horns on the top of his head, and some of them have red in them. So we're going to be doing that. So I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to take a white band, double loop it, put it on, then take a red band, double loop that, and then 1 more red band, double looped, and cap it off with a red band. Whoops, 3, 4. Okay, I'm doing that 2 more times. So double looped white, double looped red, double looped red, capped off. Double looped white, double looped red, double looped red, capped off. And then I can loom and pull those off as well. Okay. Finally, I have all my spikes, teeth, and horns done. So now we're going to move on to the wings. And to do that, we are going to need our other loom. So we're going to be needing one more row. So I'm going to steal a row from my other loom. And I'm going to change this a little bit. I'm still keeping it the rectangle though. Like I'm not doing the offset pattern, I'm doing the rectangle. Okay, so again we need a bunch of white bands for the wings. I'm just pouring out my whole pack. Yeah, I think you're definitely going to need at least 2 packs of white for this. Okay, so let's begin. So just follow me. This whole thing is going to be double bands, except for the capping bands. So take 2 white bands and just follow along, follow what I do. Same thing, double bands. So I did that 8 times. Now I'm going to go start on the next row. Next row I'm going to go down 9 times. Next row I went down 10 times. Now I'm going to take 2 bands and go like that. 2 more going like this. 2 more going like this. Then I'm going to put 2 here, so I skipped a peg here and I put more diagonal bands there. Same thing here, we're skipping a peg, skip a peg, and lastly put one here. Oops. Put them here. Now I need to cap off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 5 end points. With a single band, as usual. Now I need to do my horizontal bands. So same thing, I'm taking 2 white bands at a time. And I'm making like a triangle with them, like this. All the way up. Okay. Good. I'm just making sure my thing's still recording. Good. Alright, now we are going to loom. So we're going to start and do all the little nubs first, so just follow me. So I'm looming these first. I'm going to do the next 2, which are these. Make sure you always grab the top bands first. So these top ones, top two, which belong to this guy here. Don't grab the bottom ones because you only want to grab the bands that belong to the same rubber bands that you're looming. Now we're going to do this one over here. And this one. Whoops. Okay, once we've done all those, then we can start each row by row. So I'm going to start with this one. And I'm just going to go all the way down. Make sure you don't catch the horizontal triangle bands. You only want to grab the two at the bottom as you go up. You should know this. You should not be doing this if you do not understand that. Then I'm going to go up this row here. And then lastly, this final row. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to tie off these three ends separately. I'm going to do it with black bands. You can do it with white if you want. I just like using a different color so it's easier to see. But you're going underneath all the bands, grabbing your band, pulling it through, and doing a half knot. If you watched any of my other videos, you'll understand that I do this all the time. It's very simple. You're just tying off the end bands so they won't come apart. Because if they come apart, the whole wing's going to come apart, which is very sad. Alright, so now I'm going to pull the wing off. Yeah, sometimes your loom will come off when you're pulling it off. Whatever, you can fix that. Okie doke. So we have one wing here. Looks great. Okay, we're going to make our second one, so I'm putting that aside with all my horns and teeth and all that. Alright, so now we're doing our second wing, so it's the exact same thing. I'm just going to do it opposite. You can do it the same direction, honestly, it doesn't matter, but they tend to bend a certain way when you make them, so that's why I'm doing it this way. So just follow me again. So again, 8 times down. Second row is 9 times. Remember, it's double bands. Don't forget that. Hopefully my loom is staying underneath the camera. I'm trying to keep it at the right spot. This one we go down 10 times, and now we got to do our diagonal bands here, and here, and here. Right now I'm capping off the ends. And then we got to put our horizontal bands on. Remember, double bands, we're making triangles all the way up. If you don't put horizontal bands on, you know, your wing's gonna have holes in it. So that's why we do this. Okay, now we can begin looming. Remember, we want to loom these first, so just follow me. Remember to take the top bands, the ones that belong to the sky, like that. And I'm going to take the top bands again. Now I'm going to go to this one, and this one, oops, I missed one on the sky. Okay, and then I'm going to go to alright, I was just making sure that my loom was in the camera. Okay, now we're going to do this row. So all the way down, or up, or whatever. Don't catch the horizontal triangle bands. Then we're going to do the next row. Okay, and again I'm tying off my ends with the black bands because we're going to be taking these off later. That's why it doesn't matter what color you use. And I'm going to pull it off. Okay, yay, so we have our two wings. That's like this. And now we're going to be working on our tail. Okay, you are going to need your, take your fourth stick off and reattach your loom normally like this. Then take your second loom and put that one together. Unfortunately, mine's broken because I dropped it. And I lost one of my blue pieces, which really stinks, but I'll have to make do without it, unfortunately. Okay, so the way we're going to be doing this is the tail is very long, so we're going to have to act as if it's like an extra long single loom, okay? So I'm going to start at the top of one loom, and what you're going to do, the entire tail is white, so we're going to take double white bands and just follow me, okay? One, two, three, four, five, six, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I went down 11 times. Let me just count, make sure that's right. Yes. Okay, so we're doing the same thing on the other side. So 11. Remember, double bands, whole tail is, or almost whole tail is double bands. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then we're going to go down the middle 5 times. So double bands. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I'm going to take double bands again and bring from there to there, and also from there to there. Okay. And now I'm going to take 2 bands. I'm going to start my horizontal bands right now. So I'm making triangles again, like I did before. 2, 3, and I'm actually going to do it again one more time. 4, like this. Okay. Now I'm going to take a single band double looped, and I'm going to connect these edges. So double looped band across here, like this. Same thing again, double looped cross, cross, across here. And before I put it across here, I just want to do 2 bands going this way and 2 bands going this way. And then I'm going to do this band here. Okie doke. So this is the top of the tail, and now we're going to work on the bottom. So I'm going to push that up and line up the bottom with here. And I'm just going to go with the flow here. Alright, so you're going to take 2 more bands and connect from here to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we're going to do that 7 more times. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'm going to take a single band, double loop it, stick it here. There's 1, take another one, 2, take a third one, 3, and one more, 4. And last but not least, I need to cap off my bottom. Oops, the very bottom. Okay. Now I'm going to begin looming, but follow me because we're going to be adding some of the spikes that we made earlier to this tail as we go along. So start at the bottom, loom this one, the next one, the third one, and the fourth one. So we just loomed the double looped bands. Then we're going to loom the next one, and we're going to attach our first spike right here. So I'm going to grab one of my white spikes, one of the 50 that we made earlier, put it on the end of my hook so the loose ends are on the end of the hook, and I'm going to just put the ends over the peg like that. Okay, then I'm going to loom the next. Oh, I put that on the wrong one. I'm sorry, guys. That goes on this peg, the one we just did. I was confused. Oh, okay, that goes on there. And then we're going to loom the next one, and the one after that, and the next spike's going to go on here. So again, same thing, loose ends onto the end of your hook. That goes onto here. Ah, wrong one again. Sorry guys, I'm like confusing myself here. Sorry, that goes on this spike. One, 2 again. Take another one. Make sure you get it all around that whole thing. Okay. You can pull it down if you want to. You don't have to, but sometimes it makes it easier to loom the next one. 2. Okay, then I'm going to put one on here. Okay, when I'm here, once I've loomed this one, I'm just going to pull up. I'm going to take this off up to this point, just so that it's not in my way while I'm recording. You can too if you want, up to you. So I'm going to be very careful. Okay, so I'm taking my bottom loom off. Okay. Can you believe this took up one whole loom? It's ridiculous. Okay. Anyway, so we're going to continue now. So now I'm going to loom. These are on top, these bands here, so I'm going to loom these, okay, these first. So I'm going to go in, grab those. Those go here. Okay, and then I'm going to grab the other ones, which go on this side. Okay, and now I'm going to put 2 spikes here. So I'm grabbing 2. Well, first I'm going to grab one at a time. So this one goes on here. The next one goes on the other side. Okay, without catching the horizontal bands, I'm going to loom the next one. and then one after that. So I did it 2 times, and I'm going to do the same with the other side. So there's 1 and 2. Now I'm going to put spikes on these 2. There's 1. And here's 2. Alright, so now we can loom these. And the next 1 and 2. 2 more spikes. Okay, I'm gonna do these 2 first for this guy, and the top 2 for the other diagonal guy. So these. And then I'm gonna go in here and do 1 more, like this. Here I can do 1, and here I can do 1. And I'm gonna attach 3 spikes, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So I'm making 3 spikes. Loom once, twice, and stop. Here we're doing the same thing. So loom once, twice, and stop. And over here, same thing. So there's 1 time, there's 2 times. So now I'm going to attach 3 more spikes here. Yes, this is very tedious, I know, but Screaming Death is going to look cool with all these spikes. Oops. Two. Three. Okay, now I can continue looming. So here's 1, 2. This guy I'm going to continue all the way to the top, this middle one. Okay. Here I'm going to do 1, 2, and I'm going to put 2 more spikes here. So here's 1. 2. All right, and then I'm just gonna loom the last ones here and here. Make sure I loomed everything, and it looks like I did. And now I'm gonna tie off the ends again. So I'm taking black bands, doesn't matter what color again. Tie off your 3 ends here. All right, then we can pull it off. Okay, so here is our Screaming Death tail. Haha, looks pretty cool. Very spiky. Alright, so I'm going to put that aside by my wings and everything else. And now I'm going to be doing the jaw. Okay, he's got a very big jaw. So that is our next step. We're going to need our second loom again. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to take this apart. Okay, I'm going to, there's a certain way to do this, but pretty much I'm going to put the big blue thing in the middle. The next one I'm going to attach, like, now I'm doing the offset pattern, so that's going to go there. The one on the other side is going to go down as well. And then I'm putting another one on each side, so how can I do this without making it look dumb? I might have to move that down. Okay. So I'm going to put one here. If that'll work. Will that work? I think so. And one will also go on the other side, so like this. I'm going to attach this other big one. Well, that's not really going to work. Like that. Okay. We want the top to be the sturdiest part, because that's where the jaw is going to go for the most part. 7, 8. Okay, so let's begin. So this whole thing is double white bands. So I'm going to start at the top. Just follow me. One, two, three, four, 5, 7, 8. Okay. 3. 4. 6. 7. And 8. So I went down 8 times. Now I'm going to take double bands and go down the next one. One more. So that one we went down 7 times, and we're going to do 7 on the opposite side as well. And then I'm going to do 6 times on the outer edges. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 here. Okay, so it should look like a big oval pretty much. All right, now I'm going to take 2 more to go this way. Take 2 more like that. 2 more. Oh, it looks like it's going to break. Hold on. And they give me some cheap bands in here. 2 more this way. And 2 more going like this. I'm going to cap off the bottom. 3, 4, perfect, 4 times. Now we're going to be doing our horizontal bands, so take 2 like this, 2 here. I'm almost done with my first pack of white bands. Good thing I got 2 packs. 2, 2 here. 2 here. And 2 here. Okay. Now we are going to start looming. Actually, we don't need this capping band at the bottom. Take it off because we're going to be putting a tooth there. Okay, so take one of your spikes / teeth that we made earlier. And we're going to stick that on the bottom where we just took the capping band off of. So, and look at the way your little spike thing bends. It usually bends in one direction a little bit. So I'm going to make it so that is going to be facing the inside of the mouth, okay? We want to try to make them all facing the same direction, otherwise the teeth will be a little straggly looking. I mean, if you put them in different directions, you can always adjust them later. It's not a big deal. So my first tooth is on. Now I'm going to loom these bands here because they're next in line. So I'm taking those 2. Carefully go around the tooth we just put on. Those go there, and then the next 2 in line, which go to this guy, we're going to do. Okay? So now we're doing the next set of teeth. So more spikes. So again, make sure your hook goes around all the spikes. Okay. Face it inward. Grab another one. Then I can loom the next set of bands, which are these. Sometimes it takes some time to find them and grab them, so take your time. So those, oops, make sure they go around on there. And also on the other side, there's 1. Got 1. Grab that other one. Okay, so I got both. Attach the next tooth. Right there. Okay, now I'm gonna do, I have to go all the way down and grab the bottom two here that belong to this guy. And same thing on the other side. Okay, grab the next two teeth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this one goes here. Right, and the next one goes on the other side. Why does this guy have to have such big teeth? Seriously. Okay. Grab the next two. You wanna make sure you attach these. Hold on, I'm gonna move this guy so he faces this way. You want to make sure you always attach these after you loomed the band over the peg, because if you don't, they're going to be sticking out this way and that way instead of up. That's just what I've learned from doing this, so that's why we can't put them all on at the same time. We have to loom each one and then put it on. And this one I actually want to face inward as well. Try to get all your teeth to face inward. If not, you can always fix it when you pull it off, but I find it always easier to just do it while you put them on. Okay, so now we're going to loom the next set. Oops, I grabbed. Okay, and then I believe this is the 4, 5, 4, 5. Okay, so 2 more. Turn it inward. Grab the next one. You should be getting the pattern by now. Okay, this is the last set of teeth we're going to do. We're not going to put them here. Okay, we're just going to be doing 2 more. Okay, and then I'm just going to finish looming these 2 sides all the way up. Okay, and now, pull this guy up so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, now I'm going to loom this row and this row. I'm going to save the middle row for last. Okay. This guy, and I'm going to just pull the tooth through like that. Or pull it up, actually. Next one. You might want to move your little teeth out of the way. Okay, now I'm going to do this side. And the next side. just pulling the teeth out makes it easier. I mean, you can knot and then just do it when you pull it off the loom, but I always think it's easier to pull them out now. Okay, and now we're going to do our last row, but we're going to stop here to put the tongue on, okay? And we have to make the tongue still, so don't worry, we'll do that together. That goes through the middle there. Yeah, whatever, not even going to worry about it. Okay, so I'm stopping right here. So my third peg from the top. Now I'm going to make my tongue, so I'm going to grab bread. I don't even know if he has a tongue, but it looks weird without one, so I'm just going to make one. Grab 2 red bands. Put them on. 2 more, put them on. 2 more. And even 2 more. We'll do with 4 rows. And then just cap it off. And loom it. And I'm going to stick that, wrap that right around this peg that we just did. And I'm going to turn it this way. Okay, and then I'm just going to continue looming to the very end here. Alright, so we loomed everything. Now I'm going to, cap off each, not cap off, tie off each end. So we have 5 loose ends we need to tie off separately. Whoops. Okay, now I can pull this jaw off. Take your time. You don't want to break anything. I'm just going to adjust this to go through like this. Might want to adjust your teeth a little bit, but pull them inward. So here is our bottom jaw with a bunch of creepy looking teeth. You can just pull them up if you want to, like this. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm going to put that aside. And now I'm going to be working on the top of the head. So, just bear with me and we'll do that, and then we'll be almost done after that, okay? So I need more white bands. So just follow me, okay? 2 white bands. So we're doing double bands again. 2, 6. Okay, here I'm going to attach a red spike. So I did 3. Now I'm going to attach, let me think, yes, a red spike. So I'm going through the loose bands at the end, and that will go right here. You can push it down if you want. Okay, and I'm going to continue going down, so 2 bands, 2 more, 2 more, 2 more. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 more times. 8 and 9. Okay. Now I'm going to start down the next row. 1, 2. Okay, here I'm going to attach a white spike right here. So this is the other white spikes we did, not the ones not the teeth we just attached. These are the ones where we used double bands at the bottom. So we're going to take one of those, and that's just going to go right here. Okay, and then we're going to do 2 more white bands. Let me just check something. Yes. Red spikes. White spikes. Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. I was just checking something. Okay, now we're doing another red spike. So grab a red spike. That will go right here. Push that down. Yeah, okay. And now we're continuing with the white bands. So okay. Now I'm going to go down this side. This side is the opposite of the other side that we just finished. So I'm going to do two times, and then attach one of your larger white spikes. This one right here. I'm going to turn that. Alright, I'm going to put 2 more white bands on, and then a red spike. Okay, I'm going to continue with my white bands going down. Okay, good. Now I'm going to go. Okay, now I'm going to take 2 more white bands to go here. And I'm going to take another big white spike. That's going to go right here. Oops. That's going to go, if I can get it around. Okay, that goes right here. Okay, then 2 more bands. Another larger white spike is going to go right here. Ooh, don't come apart. Okay. And then I'm doing I have to open my other bag of white soon. So white, 2 whites again, 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 and one more time here. Okay, it's time for me to open my second bag of white. Told you needed 2 bags. Ooh, what a project. Okay, And now I'm going... Okay, good. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So 2 white, attach one of your larger horn thingies. That goes here. 2 more white. Goes here. Another white horn thingy. To go here. Okay, 2 more white, and continue going down with your double white bands like we did on the other side. Okay, now let me think here. Okay, good. We are going to attach our nose spike, which is our final horn spike with the double bands at the bottom. That is going to go here, yes. So I just have to lift up these 2 bottom bands. I'm going to take them off for a sec. And I'm just going to attach my nose spike right here. And then I'm going to just put those 2 bands back on, like this. Okay, I'm going to take 2 more white bands, put them here. 2 more white are going to go here. 2 more on this side, and then 2 right here. Okay, I'm going to put on my horizontal bands now. Okay, so just follow me. Again, 2 bands at a time. So 2 here, 2 here, hoping that my loom will hold together. Stupid thing. So upset that I lost I lost one of those blue things because now my thing doesn't hold together very well. But whatever. Okay, now I'm going to attach my nostrils. Okay, so we're gonna make the nostrils. So take two black bands. You're gonna take one and wrap it 4 times around your hook. Same thing with the other one. Wrap it 4 times around your hook. Actually, just do one. One is wrapped 4 times around your hook. Take a white band, double loop it, stick it on the end of your hook like this, and pull your nostril onto it. And that's going to go right here. Okay, so one end is attached to that peg and one end is attached to the peg that we put the nose spike on. Okay, we're going to do that again. So wrap, I don't like that band, it's all stretched out. I'll take another one. Another one wrapped 4 times. And then a double looped white band. Pull it on. And that goes here and here. Okay, now we're going to do the eyes. He does not have pupils. So take red band, wrap around 4 times. We're going to do that 5 more times. So 3 bands make up 1 eye. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is going to be 1 eye. And we're going to do 3 more for the other eye. Okay, and now we are going to be taking 2 white bands. putting them on the end of our hook, pulling, and we have to pull all the red bands onto those 2 white bands. This can take some time if you have not done this before. I kind of like to grab them with my nail and pull them over the hook, like so. I'm going to keep your middle finger around the other end. So once they're all on there, you're going to attach one end here, the other end over here to this peg, so attached to these 2. You're going to pull them forward over this peg, and then you're going to spread the eyes apart. So remember, 3 bands on each side. This is a little tricky. You want to get to the white bands in the middle between the eyes, and you're going to pull 2 of them over that peg in the middle. So we have, get over there. So we have, there we go, 3 bands on each side, and it doesn't matter which 2 bands are in front or which 2 are behind, but 2 of them should be in front, 2 of them should be behind. Then you got your 3 eye bands on each side. I don't know why this is being dumb. Okay, but anyway, so that's how that goes. And now we are going to begin looming. But first we want to attach our teeth for the top jaw here. So take a tooth, and that goes on here. Okay, so I attached a tooth, and now I'm going to loom these 2 bands. So take your time and go slow. Take those 2. And I'm going to take the 2 on the other side as well. Okay. And then just for the heck of it, I'm going to loom this one too. Just so I don't forget it later. Okay. Yeah, okay. This tooth should actually be in between here, but we can fix that later. Okay, now we're going to take 2 more teeth and attach them here. This is very similar to what we did to the bottom jaw. We're attaching the teeth to all the sides. I mean, to all the edges. So here's another tooth. Here's a 3rd one. Okay, now I'm going to loom the next 2 bands. Make sure you grab the right ones. Okay, so there's those 2, and now we want this one. I missed one, I gotta get the other one. I think this is it here. Nope. Make sure you grab the right one, because it's a big pain in the behind if you don't. Okay. Grab the other one. Okay, push them down. Sometimes that helps. Attach 2 more teeth. See, aren't you glad we made all these teeth before? Because if we didn't, we'd be making them now. Alright. Go here. Here. Turn them inward. Make sure you grab the bottom bands here. Same thing over here. Hopefully they won't snap. Two more teeth. Whoops. Okay, we're almost done attaching teeth, guys. Yay. Okay, last two teeth are gonna go here. Okay, now I'm going to loom up to this one here. Hold on, let me think. No. I don't know what I was thinking when I sketched this out. I did something wrong. Not on here, on the sketch I made. Alright, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going up to this peg here. So I loomed this one, now I'm looming this one here. Okay, so I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to go up to that opposite peg on the other side. So I'm looming here. And these two for this one. Okay, I'm going to stop there for now. Now I'm going to go back down here and work on these. Okay, so I'm going to start here and grab these two bands. Those go here. Next two here. These go here. You should get the idea. I'm just going up. Make sure you grab the right bands. And one more time I'm gonna go. Okay, so I loomed up to here, and now I'm gonna loom this row up to here. Same opposite of this row, so up to here. So I'm gonna go down all the way to the bottom, grab the bottom two, up to here. We're gonna have to do some adjusting when we pull this off. Just make sure you get the right bands, the correct bands. Alright, one more time. Okay, So I stopped here, 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 and here. And now I'm gonna do the final row here up to this peg. So we're gonna make like a triangle, and then we're gonna attach the jaw there. Alright, so I'm going to go, this is the tricky part. You gotta take the bottom two bands here. This might take me a while to get because there's a thick layer of bands here and it's not on the edge. So sometimes if you pull the teeth out of the way and look, it can be a little easier. But hopefully I got the right bands there. I guess we'll find out when I pull them off. Haha. Okay, one more. No, two more. Sorry. Grab this one too. Okay, now I'm going to be attaching the jaw here. Okay, so I loomed up to this peg, this peg, this peg, this peg, and this peg. And if I grab my jaw, we're going to be attaching it to those pegs. Okay, so we have 5 sections that we tied off on our jaw, and we have 5, pegs here. So I'm gonna, with the tongue facing down, I'm gonna attach the loose ends to the corresponding pegs. So I'm gonna start at this end. So I'm gonna stick my hook through these loose bands and pull off the black band because I don't need it. And I'm gonna wrap these around here. Remember, tongue is facing down. Okay, careful with this part. You want to make sure you keep those bands wrapped around there. Once I've done that, I'm going to loom the final band up to the end. This helps keep it in place. But I want to be careful because I want to make sure I grab the correct bands. I don't want to grab that horn band, the horn band. So take your time and grab those 2 bands at the bottom and loom them. Okay? So this one is now attached. Now we're going to do this one, okay? So same thing, stick your hook through the 4 loose ends and pull that black band off. And I'm going to attach those loose ends to this peg here. Once I've done that, I'm going to loom the final band here. So go all the way to the bottom and grab those 2 bands. Okay, pretty simple once you get the hang of it. Now we're going to do the next one. So next section, stick your hook through the loose bands, pull the black band off, and this will attach right to that middle peg. Just make sure my computer's still recording. Yes, it is. Very good. And yes, I have it in a laundry basket. Don't make fun of me. Haha. Loom the final band here. Okay, now we're going to do the next one. Pull that one off. Sometimes they're tricky to pull off, but... And get off. And that goes around this one. Okay, once I've done that, I can loom the final band. And I have one more. which goes around this peg here. And then I can go all the way down and grab the bottom 2 bands. Yeah, okay. A little bit tricky. Okay, got them. Alright, now we're going to tie off these 5 ends. So I'm going to grab the black bands and just tie off these ends here. We're almost done, guys. Don't worry, we're getting there. We're so close. Okay, we've done all the major body parts, and all we have to do is like attach them to the main body. But the main body, it shouldn't take too long to make anyway. Okay, I just want to make sure I loomed everything, because it's the worst when you find that you missed one. Looks okay. I guess we'll find out. Alright, now I'm going to pull off the head. Hopefully it looks pretty cool. Whoops. Do it slowly and carefully. Oh my gosh, my hand is so tired from pulling this thing off. It's a lot of work. Ha ha. Okay, I'm just gonna adjust this by pulling the teeth through. Sometimes they come off on the opposite side when you pull it off, but you just gotta pull them through. Very simple. Okay, so I've pulled all the teeth through, and I can pull up the horns on the top of the head. Can push the eyes through, and the nostrils. Oops, I missed one. Okay, there. So here's the head of our screaming death. Haha. Looks pretty cool. And the tongue. Okay, cool. So we've made the head and the wings and the tail, and all we have to do is just attach everything to a little body. This tongue should face the other way. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside for a moment. And I'm going to just make the, oh wait, I just gotta pull up the horn here. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to make the main body and attach everything to it. Sorry, it takes a long time to adjust the mouth once you've finished. But his mouth will be open like he's screaming. Ah! Okay, let's make the main body and then we'll be finished. Okay, everybody, so, just turn the page here. Alright, so, just follow me. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to take 2 white bands and I'm starting here. 2, 3, 4, 5, so I did it 5 times. I'll go 1, again double bands, this whole thing is double bands, 2, 3, 4, only 4 times there, okay? Same thing here, double bands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to take 2 bands and go diagonally like that. And I'm also going to do it. Also, I don't even need this one here. Yeah, I'm going to take these 2 off because I don't need that one. Alright, so 2, 4, 6, 8. Here. Take 2 bands from here to here. Okay. And now I'm going to put on my horizontal bands right now. So I'm putting them on here, 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 and here. Okay. Maybe we should put 2 more on here. Nah, we don't need to. Okay. Now I'm going to take my tail. Okay, take your tail. And you're going to be attaching the 3 loose ends to here, here, and here. Okay, so let's do that now. So stick your hook through the loose end here, pull off your black band. So your hook is through the 4 white bands. And we're attaching it so the spikes are up. So this goes here. Okay, then I'm going to go through the middle bands. Take those off and attach those right here. And finally, the bands on the side here. Are attached to this peg here. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to loom a little bit here. So let me see what I have here. Spike. There. No, I'm not going to put a spike there. Okay. I'm going to loom here and then up again to here, to the middle. Here I'm going to attach another spike. So we should have a couple left, so grab another one. And that's going to go right here. Okay, and I'm going to turn it so it's facing down like this. Okay, now I'm going to loom these 2 bands because they're on top over here on this side, so I'm going to carefully look and find them. Oops, looks like I grabbed the wrong one. Hold on, let's try again. These are at the bottom, then these. Make sure you grab the right ones. sometimes it's a little bit tricky. So these, and then these two here. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing over here. So I'm going to loom these diagonal ones first. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm grabbing those two here, and then these two here. Alright, I'm going to attach 2 spikes here. Okay, so grab one. So one's going to go right here. And the other's going to go right here on the other side here. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attach the wings. So take a wing, whichever one is, you want it to bend down. So, I'm not going to attach it here. I'm going to attach it this way because it's downward. So same thing, same way we attach the tail, we're going to attach the 3 loose ends to these 3 pegs. Okay, so stupid black band. I can't get it off. Get off. Okay, so these goes here. Then the next one. Goes here. And the final one goes here. Okie doke. Now I'm going to attach the other wing on the other side. So same spot, opposite. So here, here, and here. If I can get it off. Curse you, band. Ugh, I hate these bands sometimes. There we go. Alright. So this goes here. And this one goes here. And this one goes here. Whoops. Ooh. Don't lose the bands. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Gotcha, fools. Got him. Okay. Okay, so our wings are attached, and we're going to attach the head. So our 5 loose ends are going to attach to these 5 pegs here. So let's do that now. So you know the drill. You know how to do this by now. So go through. Make sure you don't miss any loose ends, though, because that is very sad when you do. Okay, I think I got them all here. And you want to do this very carefully because while you're attaching this one, you don't want this one to lift up. So you just want to do it very carefully and slowly. Okay. I should not have to explain this at this point. You should understand what I'm doing. think it would be cool to make this guy with a dragon scale pattern. If you can figure that out, kudos to you. But yeah, I haven't even done dragon scale pattern, honestly. I do all these complicated projects and haven't even done dragon scale, but whatever. Okay, get over there. Alright. Whew. Head is attached, so you just want to make sure nothing lifts up from that. And now we just want to, so let me think here. I'm going to loom all the way up on this side now, okay? So I'm going to go down here, because I'm not going to attach any more spikes to this side, because there's enough bands over here, and if we put spikes here, it might snap, which we don't want, obviously. Okay, so that went up to there. Let's do the other side as well. While we're, okay, so we did the two edges. Very good, very good. Now we want to, let me think here. Okay, so now we're going to do here. Okay, so here's one. Let me think, should I attach a spike here? How many do we have left? We have 3 spikes left. No, I'm not going to attach one here. I think I'll attach one here. Let's attach a spike here. So grab another spike. We've got 3 of them left. And one of them's going to go, whoops, right here. And let's do that over here as well. So loom up to that peg. And let's attach another spike. And now I'm going to loom all the way up. This is the tricky part. You want to get it around this peg without undoing the bands that are already around there. So go slowly and carefully. Okay. And then I'm going to do one more spike like right here. So let's loom here and attach our final spike right here. This guy better look awesome. After all the work we've done, hopefully he'll look okay. Okay, so this goes here. Ooh, I only got one that time. Let me get the other one. Okay, and we're just going to finish looming up this way. Alright. Let me make sure I loomed everything. I'm pretty sure I did. Okay. Alright guys, we're going to tie off our 5 ends here, because they're still loose. And then we should be able to take them off without a problem. Guess we'll find that out. So we're going to use white bands, because we're keeping these on. So we want to go through our 5 ends here where the head is attached. Grab all your bands and tie them off. Okay, after I tie each one off, well, first I'm going to tie them all off before I do anything else. So there's one. Here's another one on the other side. Okay, now I gotta get, this is the tricky part, getting these. Alright, I gotta get into here. Alright, got that one. one. I gotta get this one over here. Tricky! Get in there! Take your time and get it right. Okay, and we have one more. That is the correct peg, right? Yes. Okay, once I do that, I'm going to take those 5 loose ends and wrap them around the head before I pull him off, just for safety measures. Okay, so there's one wrapped around. Here's the second one. And then if they break, you can fix them before you pull him off, so it's a pretty good safety precaution. And we can always fix these bands once we pull them off. I'm just putting them around his head now so he doesn't come apart by accident when we pull them off. So those 5 loose bands are okay. Now we can take him off, and hopefully I loomed everything and he'll look okay. Yeah, your loom's probably going to come apart during this part. So very carefully we want to lift up here. Do this nice and slowly. Don't want to ruin them. Oh, I'm so nervous. What just happened? Okay. Just make sure that's... yeah, okay. Yeah, whatever. I'm pulling all these blue things off. I don't care. It's gonna come apart anyway. Please work. I pray that you worked. Ha ha. Look at him. He's cool. I'm just gonna adjust these bands around his head. I can fix his teeth if I need to. Just make sure everything looks pretty good. Man, he looks nice. Oops, looks like the spike got stuck underneath. Just want to pull up all your spikies. And yeah, there is your screaming death, guys. He looks freaking awesome. Yeah, he doesn't have hands or feet. That's supposed to be that way. But yeah, there he is. He's got all his teeth, his tongue, his eyes, his horns, and he's full of spikes. Haha, because he's supposed to be full of spikes. So you can totally, like, if you made the other characters, you can totally, like, play with them now and be like, "Rawr, I'm gonna eat you," or whatever. Yeah. So anyway, go to my channel, and if you want to vote for the next dragon, go to discussion and pick which dragons you want me to do next. You can pick more than one, just give it a thumbs up. If you comment which dragon you want, I'm probably not going to respond, okay? So you have to go and vote on my channel. So I hope you made him successfully. He was probably the toughest one yet, but he looks amazing. So, alright everybody, have a wonderful day, and I hope your screaming death came out looking awesome. Have a good one.